All right, so here's what you guys were wanting to see, time slips from the comparison video. Now, before I even get into this, let me say one thing. If I didn't write down what tune was what at the top, you would not be able to tell the difference because these two tunes ran exactly the same time. We got there, started off with the Lund tune. We let it cool down. This actually had a little bit more cooldown time than all the others because I had to wait for tech inspection, everything else. The car wasn't running during that time, so this probably had a good 30 minutes of cooldown between everything before we even got to the track and got to run. So our first run came up with a 12:32 and 1:15:05. Now this is lower than where it was last year. Last year we were at a 12.1 at 116, which I have that time slip here, not with me. I'll post a picture right now. So where we're at here with this, the density altitude was a little bit higher on this day that we ran. So that's what kind of ended up making our tunes a little bit worse off than what they normally were. So first run with the Lund tune, 60 foot was on par with where it normally was. 8th mile was down a little bit. Last year we were doing 790s at 91. So that's kind of where we lost our time, it looks like. 12:32, 1:15:05. So we went back, did another run, 12:33 at 1:14:93. Again, the ET was basically the same by 0.01, so there's no difference here. The mile per hour, again, it's not really, we're talking 0.05, we're talking like 0.12 mile per hour. So we let it cool down for a little bit longer, switched tunes over, and now we made a pass with the MPT tune. Now, we ran at 12:26 and 1:15:93, so switching over to that tune, we picked up 1 mile per hour. Now, is this significant to the tune being better? No, it's not. There's a lot of variables involved. This doesn't mean the tune is better, but we did run the fastest time of the day on the MPT tune. So let's move over. And if you notice, actually, I want to talk about that right there, that 8th mile. The 8th mile miles per hour was 91.02. Now, if you look at the other 8th miles, 90.1 and 90.1. And the 8th mile time was 8.02, 8.01. 7.99. So not only is a mile per hour, it's 1 mile per hour faster than 8th, the time is the same. So somewhere between the difference of the two tunes, we picked up a mile per hour in the 8th mile without really picking up much ET, which leads me to believe this may be trans-tuning related. There's the biggest difference between these two tunes, is that the MPT tune shifts much, much differently than the Lund tune. Now, I'm used to the MPT tune because that's what I've always used. So when I got in the Lund tune and I started making a pass when we were running, the first thing I noticed was the 1-2 shift. It almost, I'm not kidding, it hit like, felt like somebody kicked the back of my car. It was extremely hard, extremely firm, but I'm seeing that didn't really change much. Now the MPT 1-2 shift is very hard too, but it's a little bit different RPM. I'm not sure. I think it's, I can't say exactly sure 100% if it's more or less, but I know it's a little bit different than the Lund tune. And it feels a little smoother, and the front end almost picks up on it, but you don't get that bang or that jolt, which I'm almost wondering if that's costed me a mile per hour, or if the smoothness of the MPT tune is what got me a mile per hour. If you guys know, want to comment below, let me know what you think. So moving on, the last two runs we made, we actually cut 1.91 60 foot, was our best 60 foot of the day, but we still ran at 12:33 at 1:14 on an MPT tune. Now if we go back, 12:33 at 1:14 on a Lund tune. Oh my God, this is crazy. How did that happen? Because there's no data logging. It's basic mods, lead the performance off-road X-Pipe. And our last run here, this was again back-to-back here. Basically, oh no, we did. There was about 20 minutes in between these. We did make another pass, and this one actually ended up being the worst time of the day, a 12:36 at 1:15. But we spun launch. We pulled the worst 60 foot, which is why that was bad. So we're gonna get rid of that. That was a bad launch. So we're looking at 2-2 right here, right now. So overall, cumulatively, yes, the MPT tune did set a faster time, but it is nothing to say that this tune is better. The only way I can justify this tune for you guys is that the MPT tune is $99, the Lund tune is $200. Now, once you get into serious modding, get into data logging and stuff like that, maybe the Lund tune is the way to go. I don't know. I don't have enough experience with them yet. I do, however, have experience with MPT, and I can tell you that they're a great company. They have great customer service. I've used them for over 2 years on 2 of my Mustangs, and I've always had great service. So, that being the case, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about it. Again, this is nothing significant. It has nothing to do with the fact that, you know, one tune is better than the other. This proves nothing. I'm just showing you time slips. I'm showing you what each tune ran. You can make your own assumptions. If you are going to get a tune, I think you should really go out and talk to that tuner. Tell them your build. Tell them your plans. Let them know where you want to go out with the car and see what they say. And then from there, make your decision based off of your communication with that tuner. I don't think you should be listening to people. This video is kind of pointless. Hey, you watched it anyways, right? Leave a comment.